Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial. Today's review would be American Pie presents Girl Rules. Let's get into it. Now, great speak my age here. Uh, I was in high school when the original American Pie first came out or whatever. And they went American Pie 1, 2, and then they went to American Pie Wedding, and then it was in like two more after that, and then they had a bunch of like spin-off American Pies where it was just they went to the younger generation, and so I popped up, and here we go with Netflix with this one, but they kind of doing a twist because they doing it the girls theme, and when I first seen the trailer, I was like, is this college? Because these girls look older. Like, in the whole actress world, they get um, older adults to play teen roles. And sometimes they can get away with it, but then sometimes it's like mad noticeable. So this cast was all noticeable that they were all too old to be in high school. They would have been better off and did some type of college thing, but they wanted to try to do the spin-off off of like the original American Pie to make it like the girls version. Like in original American Pie, all the guys, their senior year, they wanted to all break their virginity, and they made a pact with each other. And one of them, Stifler, was like the wild one. So in this one, you have four friends: Annie, Kayla, Stephanie, and Michelle. And Stephanie Stifler, everybody knows Stifler was like the wild and crazy one out the bunch in all the American Pies. So somehow she's related in the Stifler family. And so it's just a fun comedy. It starts off with Stephanie Stifler convincing the principal like she was into him. And of course she's a high schooler, so look at that pedophilia. And she got him chained up, and then got the cops called on him, so he got expelled. So a new principal had to come in. You had Annie, who had a boyfriend. He was going to go off to college, be a freshman in college, and she's going to become a senior in high school. And then she wanted to break her virginity with him before he went off to college, and it shows her sneaking into his yard in high heels, climbing the garage, all this crazy stuff, and she's all muddied up by the time she get to him, and pretty much like, let's still do the thing or whatever. He with it, and then the mom is baking him a pie for him going away to college, and she got his grandparents on FaceTime, and so while they're walking up to the room with the pie, and she's FaceTiming, they bust open the door, and Annie about to give him oral sex. And it was just funny moment, man. It's so if you familiar with American Pie, you know how American Pie get down. So it's a lot of funny moments just like that. And so that's Annie's situation. Stephanie Stifler, she's pretty much casually just messing with a bunch of different guys, and she's like the wolf, the female version of Stifler. And you got Michelle, who is pretty much like valedictorian, into president's debates and all this type stuff, and but she's real into her sexuality. I mean, not pleasuring herself rather, and she got all types. So this is wild. This is supposed to be high schoolers, but it would have been better suited if they did this like on a college level, to make them seem like they were high schoolers. The stuff they was doing was like wow for some high schoolers, even senior high schoolers. It'd have been better suited if they kept it like college. And That was Michelle. And then Kayla, she had a boyfriend, and she was already having sex, but her boyfriend, she didn't trust him, so she kept uh, breaking into his phone, um, and accusing him messing with different women. It was either his cousin or his psychiatrist, and then she broke up with him, and then they were having casual sex with each other, but then she really couldn't treat him like it was a casual sex because she really had feelings for him. So they ended up rekindling in the film. And the girls made a pact to get with one guy before the prom. And the new guy, Grant, moves into the neighborhood, and his mom is the principal of the new principal of the school, and the mom runs a sex shop, and that's the sex shop that Michelle goes to get her pleasure toys. It was wild, man. It was wild. It was funny but wild, and um, they all are trying to get with Grant, but Annie, she still has the boyfriend in college, so of course it's a distant relationship, and he in college, he wilding out, so you already know that ain't gonna work. And then long story short, they go through a bunch of different things. They all end up finding their mates, and Annie and Grant end up getting together. Now Grant, I was looking at him too. I was like, look, man, that dude look real old to be as they got him playing as a senior in high school. So, he's actually a old actor as well. So I said, yeah, they would have better suited to keep this at a college level. That's the biggest. It was a entertaining movie. You'll enjoy it if you into those type comedy films. It have been that was like the biggest downfall, is that all the actresses and actors playing high schoolers, they missed the bucket on that. Don't, cause these they're all of them look exactly. When I look up their ages, they're all in their 20s. The only one that was 18 was the one boyfriend, and they would all been better suited. Just do it a college movie, like freshman year in college and whatever. That would it is still been. I mean, the movie was still entertaining, but when you look at the actors, actresses, you like, wow, they look a little bit older to be high schoolers. But nevertheless, it still was a decent film. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and out of my 4-star rating system, I'm gonna give this movie on a comedy level, I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 4 stars. 3 out of 4 stars, man. 3 out of 4 stars. It's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? If you into those type of movies, you won't be disappointed. Till next time.